So the Stargazing paper can be found in our annual catalogue on page 132. So you can see the Stargazing 12 by 12 Designer Series paper here. And it is actually part of the Stargazing suite on page 86 and 87. So you can see in all its glory, you have the suite collection includes the paper, the holographic what do we call it, trio paper, 12 by 12 as well, and then the stamp set along with the dies. Now I don't actually have the stamp set nor the dies, but I actually feel like I really need to get it, because I don't really, the astronauts doesn't really do that much for me, the astronaut and the rocket. But, I know lots of little boys and even girls that would be very interested in it, and that would be really cool. But I do love the words, if I had a star for every time you brightened my day, I would have an entire galaxy. Isn't that amazing? I think that's really cool. And this one here, Your Stellar, I really quite like this as well. Now, the dice actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lot of circle dice. So if you don't have circle dice, this is actually a really good option to get this, because you get your circle dice as well. And of course you have your ovals here, and a few rectangle pieces, plus the astronaut and the rocket. So it's all great. But for our purpose for this class, which is basically focusing on the paper, and I just wanted to show you how you can use the paper with other stamp sets, dies that you may already own as well. So I will show you a couple that isn't part of this suite, but I think it works really well together. So as always, I just want to do a little bit of a show and tell. So on the Monday, I show you, bring back the catalogue. So with all the class to go that I do, when I feature a product, I also look at the catalogue for samples, so that I can case it. So I wanted to show, I do a segment on Monday. My blog post on Monday is always about casing. And so I just wanted to show you the different ways that I do when I case. So I've picked this card here, right, to case. So really just a full, there's no border on the card base. So it's just straight the designer paper straight on, and then the cluster of image here plus the sayings. So my case is just simply that. All right, so I've used the paper as well. I use the paper directly onto the card base with no border, and then I have paired it with the Stars in the Night hybrid embossing folder. And then the words were from Night Divine. So I think it works really well together to create this little simple but really fabulous Christmas card. Okay, so so that's the case that I did on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I posted a couple of pictures, a couple of cards, which is utilizing the planets. Well, actually, I really should probably show you the DSP in person as well. So actually, yeah, so those two are the planet, and I've paired it with the Wanted to Say dice, which comes with also the little star dice. So I think it worked really well, right? So what little boy and girl won't enjoy having a planetarium birthday card? Actually, for that matter, guys and girls as well. It doesn't have to be little ones. So yeah, so those were the Monday and Tuesday posts that I shared. Now, so let's have a look at the paper. Right, so you've got these amazing, wonderful paper, and sometimes it gets hard to know what to do with it because it's so pretty and you just don't want to cut it up, right? But do cut them out, because it is so much better used in cards than just left as a 12 by 12 DSP. All right, and so look at this starry night, and then this amazing galaxy look. just love, 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 love this paper. And this is the planet one that I was telling you about. So that I showed you in the card. So yeah, so you've got the planets, loads of them. So if you've got the dies, you can cut them out, like all the different sizes, including the ones with the oval. And so that's the one side of it. And then the other side of it is more starry paper with the planets. Okay, the planet on one side and then more starry papers on the other side. And then all the starry ones on the other side is kind of your brighter colors with pattern, which you can use. Yeah, it's quite versatile. All right, so you've got these kind of patterns and colors, quite different. So those are the DSP. Right, so for today's card, card number 1, let me bring in this little gem. All right, so this is another Christmas card that I've decided, and I have paired it with, so it's a fun fold. You open it up this way and then this way. So you've got that. All right, so again, you know, I haven't put anything on the inside, but I do think I would really like something from the, I don't know where I don't have it here. Where is it gone? I'll find it. But the very best trio, the very best, I don't know where that stamp set is anyway, but there I will be able to find some really nice Christmassy stamp set that I would put here, unless I do want to write a lot. Okay, but that's, there you go. So that's how the fun fold works. Now if you notice, this is exactly the same size as that. Okay, so you could, I suppose, do that as well if you really like that. But yeah, so it is exactly the same size, except with this one I've done it the opening that way. So instead of opening it this way, I've just done it this way. So I need to make sure that when I put my DSB on, that I do it the right way. If that makes sense. Okay, so let's bring in what you will get in the card kit. Now, as always, you can get these card kits from me for free if you place an order with me this week. All right, for $40 or more. And then I would love, I will send you the card kits for these cards so that you can put them together as well. Now I will give you 2 of this card and 2 of the next card that we're going to be doing. So 4 card kits altogether is what you will get from me for free when you place a minimum order of $40 with me this week. So you'll get this. So it's almost like 2 cards you're getting in each card kit. All right, so you've got this, just making sure. So we are not going to put it, opening it this way, because we are going to be opening it that way, like back to front. So make sure you put this in the right manner. So see whether you want it that way or that. I'm tempted to do, no, I think I will do it this way. Okay, so I will do this so you can see that part. So before I put it on there, I want to emboss this. Okay, so that's that part. And then you have these 2 as well, which is the card base. And then this is the front bit. Okay, so let's work with one thing at a time. Actually, no, I will show you. So this, what I would do, what I have done, your card kit will come already cut, because that's just what I like to do, as just to make things easier for you, because the whole idea is I want you to get, you know, be able to open up the card and then the kit and then start, you know, working on it without too much of a procrastination and delay. So I do my best to make it as easy for you as possible. So if you didn't have the card kit, but you've got your own supplies and you want to do this, just make sure that this layer, which is slightly smaller and has been cut to size, they go on here, and then you put your circle die. Now the circle dies that I have used, comes from the Stylish Shapes dies, okay? So it's the biggest, oops, my hair, the biggest of the circle. There is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circle dies. And so I've actually done it, pre-done it, okay? So this is what you do. You put it on and then you go through the cut and emboss machine this way. So I've pre-done it for you so that it's easier. So we make the video a little bit shorter. And so this is what you will get in your card kit. It's already done like this. Actually, your card kit will come already embossed as well, which I haven't done for this. So, and then you've got these two labels, which I will throw it into your kit as well, and so you can use it for other projects, right? So yeah, so what I want to do now, which I didn't pre-do, is to use the embossing folder. All right, so the Stars in the Night hybrid embossing folder, I think that's what it's called. Stars at Night hybrid embossing folder. All right, so it comes like this. It's a hybrid because it comes with the folder plus dies, and it comes with a good selection of dies. There are like 14 different dies in the stamp set, so this is like really good value. But you don't have to use the dies if you didn't want to. Now I would just say be careful because this is lined like this, so just make sure that you are embossing, because so we want the embossed part to be on top, so we will go like this. So then you just need to see how you want this. I think I'm quite happy with that, just putting it like that. Now I'm going to run this through my Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine, but without I'm just going to be out of view for a little bit, but I will show you the sandwich that you will need. So you'll need the platform number 1. All right, and then you just put that through, put that on top of that, and then you need the platform number 4. Okay, so that just goes on top, and that's what we need to do to put this through. So I'll be back in a second. You can hear me in the background. Yeah, so just kind of get that. So that comes through, just rolling it through, and then you'll get this. Isn't that beautiful? Don't you just love it? It is so cool. Alright, so let me put this away. We don't need this now. Oh, don't you just love it? Okay, so then that goes directly on top of that. Alright, so we've got that going. Now before we do that, so we also have ribbons in your card kit. So there's one longer than the other, and we want the short one first. The short one is going to go, I want to put this on here, right, and at the back, and then I just want to turn it over. Right, and then grab my tape, tearing tape. Okay, so just to put it into place. Right. And then another one. Oops. What have I done there? Okay, so that you can actually see better. And just let me double check that. See how it's not straight, so I'm just kind of, that's why I turn it over, just to double check on. Okay, quite happy with that. And then I'm just going to tape that on. Alright, so now we can remove these tape with my nails. Pays to have sharp nails, but otherwise you can use your take your pick tool as well. Where's my rubbish bin gone? There you are. Okay, so where's my glue? Let's get my glue out. Oops. Alright, so I'm just making sure. Okay, so that's all good. And I am going to put this, actually there's no glue on the corner here. I'll put some. Right, then let's layer this on top, making sure that it kind of lines with the circle, but it's also straight. Just a few things to look out for. Okay. And there you have it. So we've got the beautiful front and then the ribbon that goes on here. Alright, so I'm just going to tie it. You can see this, yep. It's very glittery, this paper. Okay. Ooh. Let's see how I do. Oh dear. Okay, so the trick with tying ribbon and bows, the first time round it might not look really good, but you just keep playing with it. Alright, you just keep kind of a little bit at a time, and it's kind of looking like it's going upside down. But that's okay. I'm okay with that look. If I'm not happy with it, I can do it again off camera. But yeah, can you see how I keep pulling and keep adjusting until it looks good? Alright. So, see what I mean with this one here, like the glitter does come off quite a bit. So anyway, so we'll just see how we go. Just kind of adds the sparkle, I guess. Alright, so there's the base. Okay, now the inside of the card. So remembering we're going to put this on here. So you can, I guess, you know, you can just work it out whether you want it this color or whether you want it more the blue on the top. Alright, so I think I do like this way. I just got to make sure that this one is going to go this way, okay? It's not going, well, I guess you could do it this way, but then you won't have that fun fold of, oh, you know, it just looks like double card, right? You can do it this way if you have to, or if you make a mistake, it's no problem, but the idea is that you put it this away, alright? And then that goes on top of that, and yeah, so then we have the wording here. Now, so let's see, before I adhere this though on there, okay, I'm going to make sure I have it lined up. I will just do it like that, and then I'll close it, alright, and just leave it like that, and I'm going to stamp through that way. Now I'm going to use, that one I've used Oh Holy Night, by the way. It is from Night Divine Stamp Set. I've got these lovely Christmas carols kind of words and Bible verses, I guess. He shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God. Actually, that's also in the carol. But yes, I just wanted to use a different one from the sample that I've got there, Oh Holy Night. So I'm going to do The Stars Are Brightly Shining here. Now we're going to be using Versamark, which is a watermark ink pad, and just stamping it, making sure I've got everything good. Now I am hoping that I've done this right. Okay. It might not be straight, but I'll find out. Okay, so there. So the reason why I didn't want to put it on yet, because now I can lift it up. And what did I do with my embossing powder right here? Alright, so you kind of do want to work fairly quickly. So this I can't do for you, right, because Stampin' Up has a policy that we can't send you stamped image. So that's copyrighted and all sorts of things, legality. And so we do have to adhere by some of the by the Stampin' Up policy. So I can't pre-do this for you. But that is good, because if you didn't want the stamp set, but you want some other wordings, you can do that. Right? So yeah, so now there are probably some stray powder, but I'm okay with leaving it on. If it melts, then it will just add to the whole starry look. Alright, so I'm quite happy with that. Stars are brightly shining. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that now and bring in the heat tool. Sorry, it's going to be a bit loud. That's great. So this is actually, I just realized that these words are actually from the same carol as Oh Holy Night. Do you guys know that one? The stars are brightly shining. It goes, right? Oh Holy Night. So yeah, there we go. Right, now, as always, once you've heated, it does warp the paper a little bit, but so you kind of do maneuver with it. So now I just need to glue this down. So we've got there, there. Okay. And really want this to just be alright, so as straight as I can get it, and I'm just gonna use my bone photo to help a little bit, just because the paper is a little bit warped. Alright, so when I'm happy with that, then this goes on here, just like that. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. So I will now put glue on the back of this whole thing. Alright, and I think it was fairly flush to the side. Yep, pretty happy with that. Right, so it's kind of, and there you have it. So we've got our little fun fold here. Alright, so it just opens out that way, and how's that? That's card number 1. Alright, just like so. So I will show you the other sample that I have. So I've got these Glory to God in the highest, and we have Oh Holy Night, and then we have the stars are brightly shining. So you can see the same but different, just with different sayings, and then yeah, so we have our fun fold card number 1. So and the envelope, if you notice, I have pre-embossed it for you here as well. So again, just using the same embossing folder that I used for the card frontier. So isn't that cool? It's like such an amazing coordinated card. Alright, so that's card number 1. Put that one on the side here. Now card number 2 is this. How is that? This is a lovely, lovely card that actually I have just remade it from a previous design by Jackie Williams. She has made this card, or she has designed this card. I believe it was her design. So we made this at one of the extravaganza, and so basically I just love this this kind of peekaboo type thing, you know. So I replicated it with current products and with that pretty paper. So what you get in this, okay, so there's a few things in the a few things to do. Again, I have embossed the flap of the envelope just to give it some interesting design. So I'm going to put that on the side here. Now you'll get a little deer in pecan pie already cut out. So this this uses, oh, what did I do? Here we go. The Grove dies. Okay, so this dies come with all these. There are 10 dies altogether, and the one that we're featuring is this big die here that cuts out the grove, the trees, and then the little deer, which is that one. All right, so I think so your card will come pre-cut. So it will come pre-cut like this. All right, and then so we just need to stamp here, and then it will have this again. If you notice, I have used the same design again. So this same card size, okay? So you can use the basic, and then you can use it in card number 1, and now we're going to do it in card number 2 as well. So that will be going on the base of this. Now this, it's actually a base, right, like that, but I've cut out, so I've left 1 centimeter and cut the rest off. So this is an extra piece of paper. But yeah, so it comes like this, and then that layer goes in there. All right, so it's just like that. And then this little tricky part here is when we will need, oh my goodness, it has glitter all over this because my workspace has glitter. Oh well, it might just add to the look of it. Okay, so but that will go on top like so. Alright, so I might just have to do it now. Alright, let's see if I can. Oh, I don't know if I can save this. I sure can, I'm sure. Let's see if I can use this. Right. It's my cloth, my microfiber cloth. Which I just, right. I don't know why this star won't go. Okay. Alright, so let's have a look. So we're going to place this on here. Okay. Now it should cover right to the bottom. I know, because I'll just do it like in the middle. I want more of it on top. Okay, so I will glue that piece down. Probably the easiest. Can you see? It's just, oopsie. Just trying to make it neat. Alright, so it does, we just need a sliver of glue, and then we need this piece. Now this, you've got to be very careful because when it's on, right. Once it is on, it's on. Alright, I'm just going to leave it there. It's squishing it all the glue out. Okay. I might have put too much glue. As long as I don't get it on my hand. I might just leave that now for it to dry while we work on the other part, which is this. So that can go on there like that. Now, but if you notice, these slightly different because we want more of the clear to show. So we're actually cutting those bits out. All right, so just grab your pair of scissors and just do some cutting. All right, so that's what we're doing. We're just going to cut out a some sort of, okay, there's no specific design. And then also around here. Alright, so and then we're just going to be cutting, oops, oh well, I think I've cut it a bit low. That's alright. We're just going to cut that off. So, there. Just going to have that kind of look. And then there's no rhyme or reason. Oh, this looks like a little upside down heart. That's quite cute. Alright, so just going to cut. Right, so there you go. You have that kind of look. Now before we put that on, I want to stamp on here. And I'm going to use the same join piece. And we are using Night of Navy. So I haven't cleaned it from the last time I stamped on it. So just be very super light with this. Alright, so I just don't want to get it on the outline. Oops, I might have put too much. Let's have a look. I may have put too much. I'm going to test it out. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, so let's do it one more time. I really liked. Okay, and then hopefully it will be neat. Okay, joy and peace. Okay, so that's what I wanted. Just a bit of joy and peace. Stamped it slightly higher than previously, but that's okay. I'm quite happy, okay, quite delighted with that. So now I'm going to put that one, I need this. Now I need this. Okay, now I can put this straight on here. Okay, alright, so I need glue on top and then glue on the bottom. Okay, and then that's going to go on top of it. Get me lined up. There you go. So we've got our really neat, oops. Okay, just making sure. Now if I think, yep, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Now is that one glued on? It's glued on enough, I think. Maybe just need a little bit of glue on here. And a little bit glue on here. Alright, so we're happy with that. So the other thing to do with this is using your Wink of Stella, if you wanted to just give it a bit of, I've got some glue on here. So the only thing, be careful when you're working with acetate, the window sheet. Alright, so now I'm going to, now this is a brand new one, so Wink of Stella. So if you haven't used this before, you need to undo that and take out that little black ring. Okay, and then screw it back on. Now it's ready to go. Right, just give it a good squeeze. Oh, you can see, I don't know if you can see, but yeah. So I've got some glue out, and then I'm just going to, ooh, kind of paint on. Has it come out yet? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, 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 dear. Okay, I think too much come out. Oh no. That was slightly enthusiastic. Oh dear. Oh well. It's going to be... Oh no. Should have practiced this before. Okay. Well, this is going to be very interesting. Don't know why it's not so you just have a bit of shine, but this has got more shine than I wanted it to. It's actually got that whole look. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Alright. Rightio, so we've got a bit of shine on this one now. Alright, and then we cut out the die, the little deer as well. Right, so that will go. So this is a sample card here, and I'm just gonna stick that on. I'm just using glue for all this. Okay. Here we go. And it will just go down right about here. Okay, so have we got that right? And then the inside of this, wow, look at this one, that's going to be pink. Okay, so now I just have to decide, do I want the darker pink on this side or on this side? I'm not sure. I think I quite like it on this. And because there's wordings here, okay, maybe I'll just do that. Okay, so I'll do it this way. Alright, so that just goes right on top of here. There we go. And then that just goes on the bottom here. We are just about done, right, with this card. We just need a little gem as well. So I'm going to put that on here. Happy as Larry. Right here. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. It's so pretty. Alright, and then it opens up and you can write on the inside here. Here we go. So now all we need to do is a little rhinestone. So that will be included in your I'm just going to put it on the joy. So the O for the joy there. Oopsie. Okay, pressing it down. And there you have it. Okay, we've got two different look to this. So we've got the blue card or the pink. But isn't that pretty? Ooh. Spinning around. Alright, so there you have it. That is card number 1. And then we have card number 2. Alright. And that is our class to go. Stargazing class to go. So remember, you can get these kits for free from me when you place an order with me this week. You'll get these 2 card kits for this and 2 card kits for that. Most of it will have been pre-done, pre-cut, pre-embossed. You just need to heat emboss those wordings and stamp your wording right there. And all the items that I have used, that if you wanted to replicate it exactly, then that's just what you'll just need to get this Night Divine stamp set, which also comes with, it has the coordinating dies, but you do not need to get those dies. It's a nativity die. Or you could just leave it and just grab just the holy, the words. And also the Grove, you don't actually need this because I've already done it for you. All right, I've pre-cut it for you. And you also would not need the Stars in the Night hybrid embossing folder because it's already done here. All right, well, thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you learned some new tricks and tips in paper crafting, and yeah, and that you would enjoy these kits if you get them. Thank you. I'll see you next week.